I graduate in December 2022. Should I start applying for jobs in June? I just started my summer internship, so my resume is up to date. I don't know when exactly to start applying. I've heard from some saying June is too early and others say June is too late. Thoughts? Okay. I'd say now, go ahead and start applying. The best time to start applying for jobs is right away. And if you're graduating in December 2020, unless you're probably wanting to start work in maybe January or February or March of 2023. If you're December of 2022, you want to work, February, January, March of the next year. Yeah, especially for companies that are planning ahead and they're looking for December 2022 graduates, then you can definitely get yourself early in the pipeline or directly in the pipeline by applying for jobs now in June. And what I do is definitely on Indeed or on Monster Jobs or on LinkedIn, they'll often say, when we're trying to hire. And also they may say college hire. And you look at college hire applications and they'll say, hey, expecting college applications graduating XYZ. And those are the ones you might want to start focusing on. And what I did is I kept like a spreadsheet of all the different jobs I was considering with like links to them and whether or not I applied to them and where I was at in the application process. And I would do the same thing if I were you, and go ahead and just start collecting them all, copying them over into your spreadsheet, and then just mowing them down one by one. And what you can do is just flag, anticipated college hires for college December 22 grads in one column or not. Apply for those ones first, and then start applying for the other jobs that are just random postings because, a company puts up a posting, they hire somebody, then 3 months later they need to hire somebody else for that position. Well, they're going to look at all the other people that have already applied. And so if you go ahead and apply now, not the same level of traction that you might get for applying for positions specifically for people whenever you're graduating, but it'll get you ahead in line and get you a head start whenever it comes to getting in the application process whenever they have another opening for the same position. So I'd say go ahead and start applying for jobs whenever you can. Just keep on applying. It does not hurt you to apply. And you might find that your application gets better and more refined as you go throughout the process of applying now and then continuing to apply over the next few months. Because surprisingly enough, it takes a long time to hire somebody sometimes. Like sometimes, the time frame between putting up an application to actually an employee starting without any delays by the person by asking for a later start date, it can take upwards of 3 months because they post the position and then they have first round interviews and maybe they have a panel interview and they give the panel team a couple of weeks to give them feedback from the panel, and then once they get all the feedback, then they go rank people and then they decide who to give a second round interview to, and maybe that's another 2 weeks later. So there's a month right there. So now you're from I'm in July, so you're already in July, and then maybe in July they decide to do a second round interview with maybe somebody that works in that department. So and then that takes another month, and then maybe they'll have you come in for a site visit for an in-person interview, and that takes another month. The next thing you know, it's October, and you're looking for a job in the next few months. So yeah, I would say it's never too early to start applying. Go ahead and start applying now. So I wish you the best of luck. It's July now. December is coming around, so I hope that you are excited to graduate and excited for work. Thanks for watching this segment of the Engineering Success Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All those things really help me out. They boost me up in the YouTube algorithm, and they'll help other people see this great content. Make sure to recommend the podcast to your friends. You can listen to it on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts content from. And make sure you leave me 5-star reviews,
like all my videos, and consider subscribing on Patreon or Anchor. All those things help me out, and I really appreciate it. Catch you in the next one.
Never losing focus because I ain't chasing payments. Still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the station.